Thanks, Andy.
Aloha tākou. My name is Ching. And what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be going over the events that happened 166 years ago. It was 1843. The British consul to Hawaii, a guy named Charlton, was having a problem. He had built a house next to Washington Place on the Diamond Head side, except that he didn't pay attention to property lines. So he built his house over other people's property. And so they did what any other civilized people in the world would do. They took him to court. They sued him. And of course, Charlton, being a subject of a great empire, did what any subject of a great empire would do. He called for the fleet. So on February 11th, 1843, the Right Honorable Lord George Paulet, Captain, Royal Navy, sails in on Her Majesty's Britannic ship Carrisforth and demands an immediate meeting with King Kauikeaouli. And Kauikeaouli rightly refuses. He says, no, you don't talk to me. You talk to my ministers. It's kind of like, say, you know, the Swedish ambassador to Britain gets his Volvo stolen. You don't sail a Swedish warship up the Thames, park it in front of Buckingham Palace, demand an audience with the Queen. No, you have your minister talk to your minister. But Paulet says, no, I'm talking to you, or tomorrow we're going to level Honolulu. And of course, Kauikeaouli was not in a position to do much about that. So, under protest, he temporarily ceded sovereignty to the British government until such time as they can correct the actions of their rogue captain. So word finally does get back to the commander of the British squadron who's in Valparaiso, Chile, a guy named Richard Thomas. So Admiral Thomas comes to Honolulu Harbor. Sails into Honolulu Harbor. He requests an audience with Kauikeaouli. And when he hears of this, he says, this is an outrage. He says, no civilized nation does this kind of thing. This is a sovereign country. So what happened was that all the Hawaiian flags were burned by Paulet. On July 31st, 1843, a group of people left town and they walked out to the country. And in that place, they lowered the British flag. They put up the Hawaiian flag. They declared that day to be a great holiday of the Hawaiian nation called La Hoi Hoi Ea, the Day of Return of Independence. That place in the country was right here. They named this place to be a public park. It becomes the first public park in Hawaii. Thomas Square, named after Admiral Thomas. It was this place where it was done. And later, they marched back to town. And from the steps of Kauai Aha'o Church, Kauikeaouli says, "Uamao ke ea o ka aina I ka pono." We all recognize what that is, right? Life of the land is preserved in righteousness. But they didn't say "Uamao ke ola o ka aina I ka pono," because that is life. They said ea. And what is the difference? Ea means life, truly, but it also means breath, and it also means independence. Because to the kupuna, they knew what was going on. And to them, you could not have freedom. You couldn't have liberty unless you had independence. So other things that happened. This square is named Thomas Square. The street Malka is Beretania Street. You all know what Beretania is. Yeah? It's Britannia for Britain. This street over here is Victoria Street, named after Queen Victoria of England. And that's how these places come to be. Okay. So yeah, we have the British Union Jack and we have Kahai America. What happened was that 166 years ago, a foreign power, under false pretenses, with a rogue military captain, seized the islands of Hawaii. And the British government at that time recognized their error and said, no, This was wrong. Civilized nations do not do this kind of behavior. And they did what was pono. They restored the kingdom. 50 years later, we have a rogue military leader under false pretenses who seizes the Hawaiian nation again. The government of the United States says that it was wrong. There was no justification for it. So why do we have this now? Well, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be reenacting what the British government did. They made themselves pono. We all know that the United States is an honorable country. We all know that they keep their word. We all know that they will do what is pono. The problem is, we've been waiting 116 years, and they still haven't done it. So what we're going to be doing is, we're going to be helping them out. Okay, so attention please. US government, please pay attention. This is what you should have done 116 years ago, and we're still waiting for you to do it, but we have every faith and confidence that you will.
Hawai'i ponoi nana I komoi kalani ali ke ali Mapua lani